this from the Far East.
Everyone had heard all the hoopla.
The 7'4" guys supposed to be coming in bigger than Shaq, and I was like, yeah, right.
Everyone had seen the videos of them working out.
The guy who's probably going to be the number one pick of the draft, Yao Ming, of the People's Republic of China from Shanghai.
With the first pick in the 2002 NBA draft, the Houston Rockets select Yao Ming from Shanghai, China.
The first foreign-born player taken as the first overall choice in NBA history.
I just want to say how happy we are, elated. This is more than just a sports story. This will bring both countries closer together.
That's going to be really exciting. We brought him here to Houston, and this is where he's going to be to play his NBA career.
The day I arrived in Houston, the warm welcome I felt at the airport, and the introduction, Cuttino Mobley and Steve Francis give me the jersey in the middle of the court is something I will never forget.
There wasn't a lot of mystery around him. When a player is so hyped and there's so much anticipation, people want to see, well, he isn't going to live up to that.
We build up the matchup between these two guys. One is the present, one is the promise for the future of big men.
Shaq's got it one-on-one, posting it up, turns, fakes, lane, jumps up. The block and back is coming the other way. Steve Francis on the double to Yao. He turns, puts it up and in. Rockets are going to win the game.
Yao's skills really transcended his size.
Inside to Yao Ming. Look at the footwork. What a pass!
We've never seen a big man do what he did. The footwork.
Yao Ming baseline.
The ability to shoot the ball, play in the post. Yao can do it all.
The hardest worker I've ever dealt with, the preparation and the commitment to everyday excellence was second to none.
He put as much as you could possibly put into it each and every day.
He was the hardest working guy I've ever seen. And he was the most humble guy that I've ever played with.
People don't remember how great Yao really was.
The caliber player that Yao is, so dominant out on the floor, makes the game easy for me and for our teammates around him.
He was doing everything for us. Teams could not play him one-on-one.
When Yao was playing at his highest level, there was nothing anybody could stop him.
What a game by Yao! Listen to this crowd.
You can count on one hand the players who came into the NBA with the pressure, with the expectations that he had, and he did everything in his power to fulfill them.
It was so important to him that basketball be elevated in the country of China.
They had prepared for years to have a player like him who was really a global icon.
Yao Ming was the biggest star arguably in the world.
Yao Ming definitely is the face of China in these Olympic Games.
Walking around China with Yao Ming is like walking through New York with the Beatles and how well he handled it. He was a phenomenal person.
The way he went about his business, there's no player I coach that I respected more than Yao.
He just told Ricky Allen, I want to go back to this game.
They can show who he is, the guy that all of his teammates loved him.
Very few people in this world were better, with a bigger heart.
He's a great man, and I have such a high respect of him on the thing that he was able to accomplish. To witness the off-the-court things that he did to prepare himself for every single game, every single practice, every single interview, the professionalism, the way they handle basketball, his family, and the media. I think he held it like a champion.
was to basketball. He's one of the most important players of his generation.
I consider Houston my second home, so I want to say something to the people of Houston. You stood by me in the good and bad times. You give me strength to move forward. I will always consider you my family. I'm a Houston Rockets for life.
Please welcome to center court, Houston Rockets owner Leslie Alexander and the man of the hour, number 11, tonight's very special halftime celebration, the Yao Ming jersey retirement ceremony. Tonight we show our appreciation for one of the most important figures in NBA history, enshrining Yao's place in Rockets history forever, as we retire the number 11 jersey in the rafters next to some of the greatest Rockets of all time. Let's take a moment now to acknowledge our distinguished guest with us tonight. Starting at my far left, a former assistant coach, general manager, and member of the Houston Rockets organization for nearly 40 years, Carroll Dawson. He was Yao's all-star teammate in 2003, Steve Francis. He's a 7-time All-Star and 2-time NBA scoring champion. One of Houston's most memorable athletes, Tracy McGrady. Recently inducted into the Hall of Fame class of 2015, the second leading shot blocker in NBA history, Dikembe Mutombo. And we're so happy to welcome the commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver. A member of the Houston Rockets 2000 All-Decade Team, Shane Battier. One of the greatest players in NBA history, Hall of Famer, #1 shot blocker of all time. The Houston Rockets for the past 23 years, the only owner to bring this great city back-to-back world championships, Mr. Leslie Alexander. And now to my far right, Yao's longtime friend and colleague, Mr. Andy Yao. Yao's father, Yao Zhiyuan. Yao's mother, the legendary Olympic star from China, Han Fanbi. Yao's daughter, Yao Ting-Lei. But we know her in Houston as Amy because Amy was born here in the city of Houston. And Yao's wife and a great basketball player in her own right, Ye Li. And the man of the hour, Yao Ming. say a few words with us tonight, and we start with our good friend and former teammate with Yao, Shane Battier.
My good friend Yao, tonight is about thank you. Thank you for your humility. Thank you for your work ethic. Thank you for your humor. Thank you for your dominance. Thank you for making every coach, every player, every support staff, every fan that you came in contact better. You are a Hall of Famer in every sense of the word. Congratulations on your jersey retirement. We can't think of a better honoree, and thank you for allowing all of us to be part of your journey.
Thank you, Shane. At this time, I'd like to bring up Mr. Alexander to center court.
Rocket history to honor a man of such magnitude. He brought two nations together. Has made the Rockets bigger than life. He was a great, great player. Unfortunately, his career was cut short for all of us. He would have won many more championships if he'd been around. I know most of you don't know him personally, but he's a lovely person. He's a lovely wife and a lovely daughter, great family. I wish he resided in Houston all year long so we could come to the games and we could be friendlier, but he doesn't. He's just a terrific guy. It's a great honor. It's a great privilege for us to honor Yao Ming.
Leslie, also, on behalf of Leslie Alexander and the Rockets, we would like to present to Yao with this one-of-a-kind commissioned painting by a huge Rockets fan and season ticket holder. A beautiful picture where you look like you're getting ready to take on Shaq. You got that mean look on your face. And thanks, Leslie, in honor of Yao and everything he does to help the less fortunate, Mr. Alexander is going to make a $100,000 contribution to the Yao Ming Foundation to benefit educational and animal rights programs that are important to both Yao and Mr. Alexander. So thank you, Yao, for everything you do in that field, and thank you, Leslie. Born to two professional basketball players in Shanghai, China, Yao's destiny was seemingly determined at a very young age, demonstrating a deft touch and a brilliant eye for passing, all while towering over everyone he met. Yao Ming will always be remembered as the global pioneer who opened a completely new world in the NBA, but Yao also has left an indelible mark on the city of Houston and the Rockets organization. When Leslie Alexander won the top pick in the 2002 draft, he instantly knew that he would be drafting a franchise center and a future Hall of Famer. He knew that Yao would continue Houston's long line of legendary big men, carrying the torch for the greats like Elvin Hayes, Moses Malone, and the Dream. Yao went on to become an 8-time NBA All-Star. He averaged more than 19 points and 9 rebounds a game. And he shot 83% from the free throw line. There was no Pacquiao when he played. But perhaps greater than his remarkable play on the court, competitive spirit, and international influence is the incredible character of the man himself. One of the most wonderful people that many of us on this floor tonight have ever had the pleasure of knowing. The incomparable, and I introduce you to the incomparable Yao Ming.
Thank you, Rockets fans. There's so many thanks I want to send to Rockets, to the city of Houston, the community, and to Les who brought us together. Thank you for building this team and this community. Thank you very much. First of all, you know, this during the Chinese New Year, I wish everybody happy Chinese New Year. Wan Shi Yu, which means make your wish come true. So while I'm walking in this room, that I saw the numbers up there, almost there, that I know my first wish in my year is already gone because I wish I get a 10 days contract. But at this moment, I can't help myself by thinking back. I first met Rockets back to 1904, when NBA first time broadcasting in China. That's when a great dream bring the championship cup back to Houston for the first time. I know many of you, or some of you today here witnessed that moment. Just remember, there's a kid over 10,000 miles away, just see that too through the TV. That's where my dream started. Thank you for remembering. Thanks to my coaches, Rudy T, Jeff Van Gundy, and Rick Adamant. Their effort and their trust on me make me believe that come to Houston is my destination. And every time when we're ready for a game at that tunnel, ready for getting to the court, it is out there, there's so many unknowing. Maybe a victory, maybe a loss, maybe a career high, maybe a career ending. But no one doubt that we will run out there and fight for this city. Not only because we have the greatest teammate around us, and also we have great fans here. We are a very passionate and young team 10 years ago. I believe the Kevin and Tom will agree that. Back then, I was chasing Steve Francis and Tito Mobley in a transition, just like there's two mini tanks dragging a huge Boeing 777 plane on the airport. And after that, T-Mac come to town joining us. Thank you for being here. You know, there's so many unknown there, but just remember, give the ball to him when there's 35 seconds left. But you know what I tell my neighbor after that night when I drove home? Because he turned off the TV minutes before the game was over. I tell him that, T-Mac and I scored 15 points in the last minutes to turn the game around. You know, back to the locker room, Shambadi always have us to bet on the March Madness. And, you know, I'm not from NCAA, I don't know much about it. But luckily I never went the what the hell I'm thinking award. You know how I did it is because I just simply to copy Mr. President's answer from the TV. I mean, the last one, not this one. I don't know this one, how this one do it. When I just came to a town, Houston for me is no different than any other city in the United States. But when the time passed by, all the faces come into memory. Friends, teammates, coaches, staffs, medias, and most important, fans. The fans like Mr. Sawyer family right there. The supporter for Rockets for over decades. Thank you. Remember this, But Houston, from now on, for me, it's not just a simply award, but every time when they mention it, your faces were in my memory, in my brain. I would like to share a story with everybody to conclude my speech. That's at my rookie season. About the same time during the year, that's my first Chinese New Year for me and my family spent overseas outside my country. Well, I've been tricked to a locker room in Complex Center. All my teammates, CD, and coaching staff were waiting here. Steve, you there too, that wish me a Happy New Year. Every one of those. And give me those red envelopes, have a little bit of money in there that's according to our tradition in Chinese. Well, thanks for doing that to make me home over there in that year. That when I checked the red envelope, there's only $2 in there. So I talked to CD, I said, CD, usually we put at least 10 in there instead of 2. And then CD come back to me and said, you know we have a salary cap, right? I still have one of those $2 bills in my pocket, and I care since then. Because I know wherever I go or how far I go, as long as I have a bill in my pocket, the home is with me. Thank you. Thank you for the journey.
To retire the number 11 forever. Let's count it down.